Hey, it's your boy Surge Dragon, and welcome back to another edition of the Heavens Monsters podcast. With me today is Chris Petrie.
Too sweet.
And Mike Henry.
Right for an episode of the Heavens Monsters podcast, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I said if you're ready for an episode of the Heavens Monsters podcast, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Here's part 1 of 3 Impact Wrestling.
Well, actually, we're going to do 2 because I don't think we can speed run that fast within 30 minutes. So we'll do August 11th, one we did already, but sadly the recording messed up when uploading, and I don't know why. It just messed up. That's what sucks. So I couldn't, by the time I had uploaded I already deleted the footage. So, gotta redo it. And then we'll do August 18th. So let's go. So with that said, we have, was 3 weeks ago when Rick Swann announced, 4 weeks since Rick Swann announced his retirements and Eric Young assaulted him again. So at the beginning of this night, we would have, Mikey left. There he is again. There he goes. Welcome back. We would have Willie Mack attacking Eric Young in the back that led to a match at the beginning of the night. Speedrun edition, like I said, Willie Mack fought valiantly but ended up getting a pile driver from Eric Young and he walks away the winner. Damn. That sucks. Your thoughts on that, Mikey?
Oh my god. I gotta feel bad for Willie Mack.
You, Chris?
I gotta feel bad for Willie. His friend is on the shelf right now.
Mm-hmm. You, Chris?
Tough loss, so Willie Mack could handle the veteran, the psychopath, Eric Young that night.
Yeah. After which, Eddie Edwards was calling out, Eric Young after running to Willie Mack's rescue from being assaulted any further. So this is far from done between those two. Next up, the Good Brothers were looking for Ace Austin and Madman Fulton backstage. When Gallows finally came out, Doc Gallows, actually, it's supposed to say Doc Gallows. Excuse me. Came out of jail courtesy of them framing them. He was saying it's not his first time being in jail and it won't be his last. So they've been looking for the Good Brothers. The Good Brothers been looking for those two and asking anybody if they've seen them. We're in the wrestling house where Jake Diener is on a date with Susie. So that's something to look into. We also have Crazy Steve talking with Rosemary, trying to figure out when is this going to be done. And it says it'll be done as long as it takes. So she says, well, since you're feeling jealous right now, she says, we are never jealous. Really? Well, if you did, jealousy can be a very powerful weapon. So she ends up taking Larry D, one of the big boy tag team partners, as a magical powder and blows in his face to a love potion on him. Trying to make Johnny Bravo jealous. Your thoughts on that, Chris?
No comment.
You, Mikey?
You mean to tell me that Cody Diener and Alicia prepared Cousin Jake and Susie for their big date?
Yep. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't say that. But you remembered.
And one more thing. Are we going to see a DK reunion between Rosemary and Crazy Steve.
We know their third member, Abyss, aka Chris something, is on SmackDown.
Chris Park.
Christopher Park. Thank you. Next up, we have Jordan Grace fighting Kimberly.
Actually, before that, it says Rhino coming out of the bathroom when he's jumped by Reno Scum.
Oh yeah, because he, our boy from Houston, Texas, Hernandez, yeah, wanted that money, that wad of money. He got it, and they gave him a cut of it, saying that if I'll give you some more money with more jobs. Okay, so with Kimberly taking up a negotiation to see if she could get a title shot if she took out Jordan Grace. Sadly to say for her, Jordan Grace prevailed and whooped that ass. At Impact Wrestling Emergence Part 2. Yeah, this would be Part 1 technically if I'm correct. Emergence. Locker Room Talk has returned with Madison Rain flying solo this time, as Johnny Swinger is still stuck at Wrestling House.
I'm sorry to interrupt, back up a little bit.
Go ahead.
The following was paid for by Heath Impact. Heath Hill was paid.
Heath for Impact, yeah. Advertisement approved. Get Heath for Impact. Make it happen.
The guy's got kids. Sign him. You got kids.
Got that right. So, with that said, it says it right there too. Heath for Impact. So that was all that was going to be talked about in Wrestling Talk. She didn't have anybody on the show. What the hell? Okay, what's next?
Like you said, the Locker Room Talk.
The Rascals were backstage wrestling with Trey wearing a suicide mask. Found Ace Romero's bag. Wait, AC Romero is suicide? Nah, he's too big. Is that what it says? Hold up, I'm scratching my ankle. In which case, the Moose ends up giving him an invitation for the TNA World title, and he said to Suicide he would give it to him, but he didn't realize Trey was wearing the mask, so the invitation was given to Trey. So we'll see that at night part 2. Make Johnny Bravo jealous with Larry D. Susie and cousin Jake started their date, and with Jake complimenting Susie's dress and Susie talking about Jake's chest hair. Good start for the conversation. Blah, 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 blah. And stayed with Larry Romero. Yep, Larry D was acting strange and promoting AC Romero to challenge him to a match to knock some sense in him. Thus, Tommy Dreamer said, "Match time!" Say it, Mikey. I know you wanted to say it.
Match time.
In which case, the match is won by Larry D. So, what are your thoughts on that so far, Mike? Chris?
I would say a great match, and that's it. I would have to win nothing else.
Mm-hmm. Next, we have a no disqualification tag team match between Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steele versus Havoc and Nevaeh.
Go back.
Go ahead.
Hold on. First, couple things. First, the Virtuoso Dion Pros has challenged Jordan Grace to the first ever 30-minute Knockouts Iron Man match at Emergence.
Iron Woman match. They should call it that.
Yeah, they should have called it the Iron Woman match, not Iron Man, because there ain't no man in here.
Yep.
And one more thing before you get to that. What the Moshi Machine Guns invented, the North perfected, it's going to be a tag team classic at Emergence.
Yeah, buddy. So, back to this knockouts, no disqualification match. Quick, if I remember correctly, it ended with Havoc being knocked into a table and Nirvana being all alone to deal with both Kira and Tasha. Ultimately, they got the win, and they move on to supposedly bigger and better things. Your thoughts, Chris?
Tasha Steele and Kira Hogan used everything to cheat their way to victory.
Uh-huh. Well, it was no DQ, so it was all allowed.
Oh.
That's what's funny.
Tough loss for Havoc and the Bay. They had Hogan and Steele speed, but once again, Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steele, they refused to quit. And I'm not gonna lie, those two are mean girls.
Oh, yeah. Next, we have the Good Brothers found Scott D'Amore backstage.
Former member of Team Canada.
Oi, oi, oi. In which case, they asking, demanding them to have him put in a match against Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. He's already a good. He said when D'Amore couldn't provide an answer, they headed to the Impact Wrestling ring. Moose Nation has been warned by EC3 that he is coming to take that title away from him, one way or another.
Trouble.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, hold up, let me see if that's the next thing. Yep, Suicide versus Dents with Wentz in his corner from the Rascals. And that match is a no contest due to the fact that the Good Brothers wrecked them, making a challenge to Madman Fulton and Ace Austin. They on the big monitor saying that they'll exceed them next week. Hold Impact hostage until Ace Austin come out. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, right. Unfortunately, the Big Brothers are screened. Emergence 1, which is weird. Okay. Next after that, we have Rahit Raju came to Chris Bay's locker room to tell him that if he takes on TJP all by himself with Falaba in his corner, he might lose his title. So make it a triple threat match with him in it. So it'd be a 2-on-1 situation.
Between TJP and Falaba.
Yeah, it's a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. I see how his gears are turning. Yeah, that's a Twitter page info. We're back at the Wrestling House with the date between Jake Diener and Susie. Jake Diener and Susie were talking until Susie started reverting to Sue Young and scared him off. After that, it would be Alicia Edwards who tells her, "Did you do this? Did you do that? Did you do this?" And just said, "Yes, I did all that." Then what went wrong? And she goes and says, "Maybe you gave me bad advice." And she takes that greatly offended and calls out Tommy Dreamer. And Mikey, what did Tommy say?
Max time.
Yep, and we would be a 1-on-1 situation between Susie and Alicia Edwards. In which case,
Gracie was a guest referee.
Who is a guest referee?
Crazy Steve.
Oh boy, he said, I don't know how I got in this situation, but I'm going to call it down the line. I don't want no trouble. That would be a good substitute to have, what do you call it? Su Young as a third member for a reunion of DK, don't you think? That'd be nice. In which case, Susie wins the match, and Alicia Edwards, in disbelief, says, "That's not how it should have gone." Well, too bad, you lost. It's like, truth. Eddie Edwards then calls out Eric Young, demanding him to accept his open challenge. Instead, we have Brian Myers,
a.k.a. Kurt Hawkins.
Claiming to be the most professional wrestler of all time. He goes in and tries to win the match and loses against Eddie Edwards with a Boston Knee party, in which case Eric Young comes and jumps him from behind once again. Or did he?
Oh, that class-act bastard.
No, he didn't. He didn't show up. It says here that he just knee party. Yep. No sign of Eric Young. Okay.
I hope he was paying attention.
Okay, let me get the data. And while I do that, Mikey, shout out to the other brothers.
Let me put my face there. There you go. A shout out to the Heaven's Monsters podcast individuals, to Xavier, myself, Andre, and Sergio. A link to their YouTube pages will be description down below. Also, a shout out to Chris Petrie, T Money, Delvin, Farrell, and Renee.
Okay, I got it. I got the info for the 18th. Let's go with the speed. With the speed. Emergence Night 1 is here, and the 3 titles were on the line tonight. Okay. Moose also puts his TNA World title up against Trey, who was thought to be suicide. All that plus the Good Brothers taking on Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. As well as in the Wrestling House match between Kira Ray and Taya Valkyrie. Kickoff Impact Wrestling Emergence with the X Division Championship 3-way match. So, in this match between the defending Chris Bay and the original number 1 contender TJP and Rahit Raju, who found a way to worm his way into this match. Straight up, this was surprise. It went his way, and everybody is in disbelief, including Falaba, who is in TJP's corner. He's looking up at him, celebrating because he got the drop on Chris Bay. Rahit Raju is your new X Division champion. Chris, what do you got to say about that?
I think first time Heat Marshall won exhibition champion, you're going to take that title to India. But Chris Bay
probably can't even travel right now because of COVID.
Yeah. Well, Chris Bay is going to kill Heat Marshall for setting him up.
You're not wrong about that. We moving forward to that, I gotta say, we have not seen Chris Bay since then. You notice that? I'll spoil that right now. Have you seen Chris Bay?
It's been a long time.
No. Since Emergence Night 1. What the hell? Hopefully we see him tomorrow.
You know what? You ain't lying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Mikey?
Oh my God! What the hell did I just watch? I cannot believe that Chris Bay is the new X Division champion. Oh, actually, Raju. I believe it's Raju, right?
Raju.
Yeah, like I said, I can't pronounce his name. I cannot believe that he betrayed Bay and delivered a double stomp.
I can. I saw that coming.
What the bleep did we just watch?
A snake in the grass?
SOB.
Did you have anything else to comment on that, Mikey? I mean, Chris? I meant say Chris.
All I can say is Chris Bay has been betrayed.
Next, we go to Wrestling House, where Kylie Ray is therefore being forced to watch Taya Valkyrie's best moments. And it gets into their face where she's Taya Valkyrie and her big mouth. Go and have Kylie Ray talking to her, saying that I am the greatest wrestler of all time. And it's like, but I'm the number one contender and I beat you to become number one contender. She's like, Tommy! Mikey, what does Tommy say after that? His name is called like that?
Match time.
Match time indeed. So we have a one-on-one match between Taya Valkyrie and Kylie Ray. In which case, I'm looking at this, we would see the puppets and the plushie dog between Johnny Bravo and Crazy Steve playing house. There you go, guys. Well, good sir, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think Kylie Ray is going to serve up some Taya Valkyrie. And he's like, nah, man, that's not how it goes. You suck at playing house. And he goes, why am I even playing house? Aren't we in a house? Crazy Steve. And Larry D, well, now Lawrence D, was seen in a new suit with a fragrance he calls ring rust. It smelled bad from what they said. It smelled bad. Feel definitely under Rosemary's spell, he would later attempt to bring Demon Assassin back to his place. Well, in his room, as Ace Romero was excited. So it goes on to this. We hit a promo with the Good Brothers, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton, remaining them that the Machine and the Big LD aren't done with the two of them. We're gonna fight tonight at Emergence. Got hiccups. So apparently we don't got the match set up yet just for Taya Valkyrie and Kylie Ray. All right. So next up we have Moose versus Trey. Obviously, Moose wins the match and gets jumped by EC3 and the title is taken.
Trouble.
What do you think about that, Chris?
He warned Moose. He warned him he was going to get the drop on him and take the title, that false title.
You, Mikey?
Where the bleed the EC3 come from?
The stage.
And then took the title from Moose, and all we got is trouble.
Okay, next part here says, I was elite before being elite was cool, said Eric Young, as we see him making a promo on what we can only imagine is something of a psycho movie, like Breaking Glass. Well, he's pulling that off in a jail cell. Like, what the hell? Okay, next is Jimmy Jacobs attempts to interview Willie Mack about what happened with Eric Young and Rick Swann. Mack was furious that the world-class maniac came to ruin such a young career in a company where Young had already accomplished everything. It's disgraced me that major decisions in this business are made by some out-of-touch 70-year-old man. Woo! Willie! Woo! Spitting fire! Is Eric Young 7 years old? I don't think so. You don't look it.
What?
That's what he said. That's what Willie Mack said. That's a statement said by Willie.
You're kidding.
Apparently, Myler. Woo! Hold up. Never mind. That wasn't him. That was Brian Myers, who hijacked the interview from Willie Mack to make his statement about him, in which Willie Mack wouldn't have nothing about it. He goes and jumps him and whoops his ass. Saying, dude, it's unprofessional. What the hell? Like, what? You're the one who jacked his freaking interview. That was unprofessional, dude. What do you guys say about that, Chris?
Willie Mack just jumped, formerly known as Carl Harkins. With the disrespect he got from him.
And you, Mikey?
Who the hell do you think Brian Myers really is?
A guy who had such a massive losing streak in WWE.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to forget that.
270 something, almost 300 losses.
It only matched MVP's losing streak in WWE.
You ain't lying.
In which case, right after that, we had a promo of Heath for Impact. #. He's really hoping to get into the show, and we would have Rhino actually save Heath trending so he can save Rhino from Rito Scum and Hernandez. Woohoo! That's cool. Okay, next we have Ace Austin versus Madman Fulton versus the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. There you go. So in this match, speed through it, blah, blah, blah. The Good Brothers win the match as both Madman Fulton and Ace Austin are livid knowing that they lost. How you feel about that, Chris? They're part of the club after all. Too sweet.
Madman Fulton and Ace Austin had failed the Good Brothers. Machine Gun, Carl Anderson, and Dark Gallows got the victory.
You, Mikey?
You ain't lying.
I'm reading this here, right? It says, Wrestling House, who was in the kitchen? Deaners noticed that their beer was missing. The beer! Who touched the Deaners' beer? They had the names on it and everything. And they're trying to figure out who it was, and the first thing that comes to mind is the big boys, Larry D and AC Romero. Yeah, but apparently we would have, instead of that happening right there and then, this is weird. It says that the match between Kylie Rae and Taya Valkyrie, special guest referee Rosemary. There you go. It didn't save that last time. In which case, this match would happen. And they said, match time. There we go.
Match time.
So in this match, Rosemary was definitely backing up Taya Valkyrie, but to no avail. It would be none other than the one who earned the right to become #1 contender for the Knockouts title. Kylie Rae won the match, and Taya Valkyrie is just livid. Like, what? How did that happen? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm just calling it like it is. So next up we have the main event. The Tag Team Championship belts on the line between the defending Motor City Machine Guns versus the North. So, real talk, at the end of it all, it would be the North that loses once again against us Motor City Machine Guns, and they take their sorry butts out of Impact Arena Emergence. Honestly, have we seen the North after that night? I want to point, right? Did they leave?
Well, those bunch of whiners can go somewhere else.
Back to Canada.
Yep.
Oh, sweet Canada. I don't know the national anthem, so I'm not gonna act like I do.
Oh, sweet Canada.
Oh, it's old Canada.
Yeah, you were, because you were watching that at TNA.
Yeah.
All right, so apparently that's it for night one, and we hit the 31-minute mark. Yeah, boys, let's end this show. Y'all ready? Or was anything else I missed?
Recheck real quick.
I pretty much did. I was making sure not to miss anything. So everything on this pamphlet said, as far as we're concerned, Emergence Night 2 will be done in just a bit. So once I upload this, and I make sure it's uploaded, I don't want to mess this up again. I've been doing that, double checking, making sure it's uploaded, and actually press play to make sure it's playing. So I'll do that. And then we'll be right back to this after I delete this recording, and then we'll come back for Emergence 2. So you ready, boys?
Yes,
dude.
You like this video, give it a thumbs up. You didn't, give it a thumbs down. Hit the subscribe button, like the content, hit that notification bell for the next Heaven's Monsters podcast. It's your boy Chris. It's your boy Mikey. Tell him what's up, Mikey.
And that's the bottom line, because the Heaven's Monsters podcast crew said so.
Peace out, y'all.